Hey, let's jump right quick into this. So we left off last episode, part two of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, with Stormy's mama Betty yelling and getting mad at uh Melody for not like, look, okay, I can see it both ways. It's like, yeah, you were on live, you could have shut down those comments while they were going on. I get it, but I feel like Stormy's a grown woman, don't have no problem telling people how she feels. So her mom being there, coming on this, she just came on the stage mad, and it's like what's his name was saying, another YouTuber was saying Miss Wanda was messy and stuff, but she was likable. Miss Betty ain't likable. She just exude anger. Maybe we caught her on a bad day or something. She said it wasn't a good day. So we're still lingering. Another thing we're still lingering on. Martell and Melody have been divorced for like 3 years, and they still, for some reason, they have to bring up their marriage and him cheating. He claims that she cheated, and to her, basically, she's like, look, you cheated for 5 years. I messed with another dude while we were separated. Now, depending on how you feel about being separated and seeing other people, you may consider that cheating. But I feel like if we're married on paper and not living together and we're going through a divorce, I don't look at that as the same as you literally sneaking out of our house to go have sex with a woman unprotected. And he was doing this during COVID. Like, he really, it's like, Martell, do you not understand the severity of what you did? You brought a life into the world. And the only reason why you don't have more children with homegirls because she, terminated the other pregnancy or seeds. Pregnancy, I don't know how many times you got her pregnant, but you got her pregnant a minimum of twice. I know she terminated one and then she ended up having this one. So it's like, I don't know where they're going to go with next season, but I don't want to hear about Martell and Melody's marriage that no longer exists, okay? Y'all going to have to come up with another storyline or something. So, I called Carlos King messy, honey. He was messy boots as AF on this. First of all, I don't know when Chris cheated on Nell. They've been married for like close to 30 years, 25, something like that. I'm assuming he cheated a while back. I don't think it's been anything new. But he brought that up. And I was kind of curious because I want to know how they handled their situation when Chris had cheated on Nell. And she said they separated for 8 months. But, the love was sincere and they got back together. Now, Nell actually said, she said that Chris used to act like Martell, all cocky and egotistical and stuff. So maybe Martell will calm that down. Then Nell was saying she feels like they both still care about each other. I don't know. I think Melody is hurt because it's like, dude, you out here and made a life with somebody, like, and cheated for 5 years. He may still love her, but the family dynamic will never be the same now because we got to deal with your baby mama / ex side chick and the baby. Like, I don't know, man. I know women used to deal with outside children all the time back in the day, but we don't have to deal with that now. So it's kind of like, so we talk about this Houston trip where Martell, this was so funny when I was watching it because Maurice was just creeping around in the hallway talking about he had to go to the bathroom, right? Because you could see it on the film. He creeping around in the hallway. Martell come in with an old girl. At the reunion, he said that she was a masseuse and he got a massage. So they were like, well, I didn't see nobody bringing no table. She a real masseuse. Now, there's people that give massages, but they might not necessarily be licensed, if you get my drift. I think it was that type of situation. So it was funny because there was some lighthearted parts in reunion where they were going back and forth about, man, did you get a happy ending? What kind of masseuse was she? Now there's a question of, did he put people at danger by having this stranger in the mansion? My thing is, I feel like it's not so serious for you to get a massage on this vacation. You can get that at home or something. I felt like that could have waited. Okay, if your back was that toe up, you shouldn't have went on the trip. Like, I just, because I do feel like it was one of them, little, I'll rub your back for however much bucks, blah, 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 blah type of people. I don't think it was an actual licensed or certified masseuse. And it's like, okay, a certified masseuse, there there's background checks and all this stuff. Other people, so I feel like he could have potentially put them in danger, because she could have walked around that Airbnb and be like, ooh, they got money, and brought her brothers and uncles and cousins over there to rob them. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that kind of stuff on your own time, not while you're in the house full of your so-called friends, people that you consider friends and associates, and you bring strangers in the house. So I do agree that was like tacky. So I mentioned they had the cousin, Stormy's cousin, on the show, and he didn't stay on there too long. Him and Miss Betty left at the same time, and even though they hired him back, he did say that he wanted to just do something else. And sometimes when it comes to family businesses, it sounds ideal. In theory, it sounds good to hire family, but I think in a lot of cases it just doesn't work, because a lot of people sometimes feel like, okay, we're related. This tape is not doing what I want it to do. Like, okay, we're related. I can kind of, get away with some stuff because you're my cousin, or you're my sister, or you're my mom, so you're not going to really be as hard on me as you would somebody else. And then in some cases, they're even harder on the family because they're family. So, I don't know, man. Maybe it depends on the business, but I would leave that alone. Unless it's your kids and they're underage and you can tell them what to do and control them. Kiki comes back on stage, and Carlos asks her, will you guys be able to mend this relationship? And Tisha has wiped her hands with it. She does not want to be cool with Kiki. Kiki is open to it. Tisha is not. Tisha and Marcel have mentioned there's even more dirty secrets that Kiki has besides the drug use, that they're just not going to say. They're going to keep that under wraps. And I just think there's so much going on. But sometimes, just because you're related to somebody, I mean, if they're bad for you, bad for your life, drop them. Sometimes you gotta love people from afar. There was something else on here, because Carlos he asked some question and it was super duper messy, and I sure didn't write my comments. But anyway, for next season, I want to see more of Chris and Nell. I want to see more of their family. I actually think they should have their own show. Carlos King, if you happen to see this, which is a very slim chance you will, but if you happen to see this, we need the Fletchers. Okay? We need whatever title you come up with. I want to see Chris and Nell. I think they're very good for the show. As I stated before, I think Tiffany and Lou just didn't bring enough drama. And unfortunately, reality TV is about drama. So if you're laid back and low key, you're not going to last long. That's been my experience. I've been watching reality TV heavy. Not as much as I used to, but I started watching it with Flavor of Love. And then I went on from there to Basketball Wives and stuff like that. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. As always, peace and blessings. Shout out to my 48 subscribers. Love you all. Shout out to the people that are watching. Go ahead and sub if you like. Don't cost you nothing. Until next time, y'all.